during I joined in 1980, and I transferred into the pension from the civil service, which I'd worked nearly 10 years, and I got 6.5 years pension, sort of in exchange. Along came the pitch strike, which really did most communities no favours, especially on the east coast where you had Merton and Easington, and it just put a wedge in the community. Part of the problem, in my view, was that we got outside help. We've got the Metropolitan Police, we've got the South Welsh Police, and they had no interest in a good community relationship. And really they were out of control, some of them, I thought, and they were just aggravating the situation. You know, the local police were better at dealing with places like Easington than putting in the Metropolitan Police. They were just using truncheons, and some of the evidence I think that they came up with was a bit dubious. Some of the cases were a bit I think that it didn't do the relationships any good. And I was asked to go on in the march for a couple of days on the pitch strike, and I came off in the December, so I had nearly the whole strike at the sharp end, and we were taking in the miners to Easington who sort of broke the strike, and the first few that were willing to go in and break ranks, and that caused a lot of resentment, and there were bit of sort of scenes at the gates of the pits, and the vans were stoned and the tyres was cut, and it was a difficult time. I took a picture of the then Bishop of Durham, who was Bishop Jenkins, and against I suppose the traditional church lines, he got involved in what was really a political struggle, and he took time out to go and address the miners, and I was lucky enough to be there that day, and because I had a good camera, they presumed I was from the press in UM, so I got pushed to the front, and we got quite a good shot of Bishop Jenkins addressing the miners, and I had a lot of sympathy with the miners because I think that they did get a raw deal. I mean, I don't know how they survived for a year without pay, and the irony, well, it was proved right. The claims that Scargill was making, he was right. That it was the end of the coal mining industry, and they really are saying it was just a confrontation between the coal board through the government and the police through the pickets. It was all a difficult time, and I made no arrests during the time. I probably could have done, but I had a lot of sympathy with the miners, and a lot of people were in a situation where they had brothers. One was in the place and one was in them, and to this day it's probably caused family divisions. So that was a difficult time.